What would it feel like to know the secret of developing meaningful and long lasting relationships? To know with absolute certainty that no matter what the situation, you can always have long lasting relationships for the rest of your life. Today, we are going to explore why it is important not to criticize or condemn anyone in order to build a long lasting relationship. I think most of us would agree that we would like to have good relationships with people, whether it is personal relationships with friends and family or professional relationships with our colleagues. Most of us would dream of achieving relationships where we can be spontaneous and be ourselves, which gives us tremendous peace of mind and joy. I think not criticizing and condemning people is the key to achieving this kind of independence, the freedom to be ourselves and still build and maintain great relationships with people. But we have to understand that this is not really a phase but a state of mind, which gives you unwavering confidence even during the toughest situations to value and strengthen your relationships. It's not that nothing upsets you, but you don't need to stay in that state. That is, you don't let the situation take over you. Let me share with you a recent experience. I still remember one fine day I got up at dawn because of the honking of the fire truck on the road. The ground outside my house was covered in a beautiful carpet of sparkling snow. Other than a few birds, there wasn't anybody around, and for a moment, I felt like the happiest person in the world. But then I remembered that I had an important problem to solve. We were launching our new e-commerce website in Canada in less than a week, but we hadn't received the products in our warehouse yet. Being the project lead, I was in charge to make sure we received the products on time, that is before we opened the website to our consumers. I took a bath, ate breakfast, got ready, and headed to the office in my car. As I was driving, I could only think about how to solve the issue at our warehouse. I mean, we can't allow our customers to place orders if we don't have the product, which means we cannot launch our website unless we have the products in our warehouse. And as I was thinking, I recollected that whenever I came across such critical situations that were urgent, I made sure to tell my team with a lot of authority that they must get things done. As a result, I did get acceptance from the team, but as soon as I left the room, my team would start complaining about how critical I am. And I would find it strange because even though I was trying to look out for them, they didn't realize it. I resolved that today I was going to give them a piece of my mind. But just then I thought, what if my intentions were right, but my method was wrong? And right then it clicked. That was the problem. Nobody likes to be disciplined in front of their peers or friends, especially not adults. I realized that I need a different approach and I decided to try it this time. As I parked my car and walked into the office, I came across my team in one of the meeting rooms. They were brainstorming ideas to get the products into our warehouse as soon as possible. Politely, I asked the team about the ideas to overcome the issue and inquired how I could help them. Once the team shared the ideas they had come up with, in a pleasant tone of voice, I reminded them that as a leader, I was there to help them in any way, to ensure they got support and resources to be able to resolve the issue. I also reminded them the urgency of the matter and assured my confidence in the team to be able to get us through the situation successfully. The result of using this method? Amazing! My team took the time to define the problem, identify multiple possible solutions, prioritize potential solutions, and finally make a decision. Bam! Within 3 days, we were able to get some of the product in the warehouse by borrowing inventory from our retail stores, and we launched our website on time. My team didn't only put in extra hours of work, but also prioritized other work to help us achieve this tremendous result, and that too without resentment and emotional upset. I learned a very important lesson in my life. Anyone can criticize, condemn, and complain, and maybe many people do, but it takes character and control to be understanding. The resentment that criticism engenders can demoralize teams, family, and friends, and still not correct the situation that has been condemned. I also realized that criticizing the team may not have been right because chances are that they are just as I would be under their circumstances. So instead of criticizing and condemning people, we should try to understand them. We should try to figure out why they do what they do. This is going to be way more profitable and will open a lot more opportunities for friendship and help build long-lasting relationships. I'm sure many of you would be able to relate to my experience, whether it is in your personal or professional life. Recently, while reading a book, I came across a story that demonstrates similar situation. The story is about Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. As a young kid, I had heard several references to Lincoln's skill in dealing with people. Hence, I was always fascinated to read more about him, to understand his secret. Can you guess what was the secret of Lincoln's success? You guessed it right. He never criticized or condemned anyone. But Lincoln was not always like that. As a young man, he not only criticized but also wrote letters and poems ridiculing people, and dropped these letters on the country road where they were sure to be found. Even after becoming a lawyer, he attacked his opponents openly in letters published in the newspaper. In fact, in autumn of 1842, he ridiculed a very aggressive politician by the name James Shield. James challenged Lincoln to fight a duel, but Lincoln didn't want to fight. He was opposed to fighting, but he couldn't get out of it to save his honor. Luckily, at the last moment, the fight was stopped by Lincoln's supporters. Now that was the most terrible personal incident in Lincoln's life, which taught him an invaluable lesson in the art of dealing with people. Never again did he ridicule anyone. From that time on, he almost never criticized or condemned anybody for anything. So there it is, one of the secrets to build long-lasting relationships. Don't criticize or condemn. I think Benjamin Franklin has very aptly said, "I'll speak ill of no man and speak all the good I know of everybody." I hope you like this video. Please like, share and subscribe, and let me know if you have any comments. Thank you.